Hey y'all. Well, April has ended, April 2025, and so it's time for me to do a quick analysis of my gambling for the month of April. And because I do this every month, okay, it's important to just not spend and spend and gamble and not take a moment to look at it and see what did you do and was that wise and what mistakes did you learn from, that sort of thing. So April, I played a bunch of games. It started in Vegas, and I did sort of, I was staying for free at the Rio Hotel and Casino. Did a little at the Rio, and a little at the Bellagio, and then a little at the nearby Gold Coast. And how did I do? I did okay at the Rio. In fact, looking here on my spreadsheet, which is on my website, duck-deals.com, I can see that I won every single one of those 4 games at the Rio, playing the way I do, which is typically stopping after I've already won more than what I brought. So the Rio was pretty good. That's a place I should be playing more at. I won a little bit at the Bellagio as well. I lost every single game I played at the Gold Coast. Not good. Well, I only played 3, but I lost all 3 of them. So I'm just going to tell you now, I'm not going back to the Gold Coast anytime soon. That place is ridiculous. I don't like how tight their slots are. Who do they think they are? They're way out there, further than the Rio. But, I learned from that mistake. Then it looks like I went to Fort Lauderdale in the middle of April. And I was there because I was going on my Panama Canal cruise, and that's where it embarked from. So while I was there, it looks like I played a few sports. I did a little sports betting. I bet on the Cubs to win and the Houston Astros. I'm from Texas, and I go to Chicago a lot. So I had really high hopes for both of those teams and both of those games. I lost both of them. That was $100 gone. Okay, clearly I need to rethink of my betting strategy on sports. Then I boarded the Panama Canal cruise. It was on Holland America, and I played a whole bunch of games on that cruise ship. I put a total of $800 worth of cash into the various slot machines on Holland America line on that cruise on the Eurodam cruise ship. $800. And so it looks like I played 14 different games there. Of those, I lost 8 of them, and I only won a little bit on 6 of them. None of my wins were sensational or anything like that. They were just a few bucks. I'm going to tell you right now, I am not going to play on Holland America line anymore. Not for the any time in the near future. That place has some very tight slots. Playing on a cruise ship is always a tricky gamble. Because they know you're stuck there and that you can't leave and go to a different, casino. And so they have, from what it looks like those slots are probably very tight and not like the loose ones that I prefer at the Rio or the Silver Sevens in Vegas. So it was a tough month. No big wins, really. The sports betting, I only did a little, and that was a bust. It was just not a good month. And, I guess that happens sometimes. Sometimes you just have a bad month, and I did. It looks like this month I lost $600.08. Just gone. What I could have done with that. I could have bought a espresso machine, one of those fancy ones that does like cappuccinos. I've been really wanting one for a while. But looking at this, I'm going to just tell myself, no coffee for you. I don't deserve it, because clearly I was okay with throwing one away, because it sort of was the same value of what I could have got for a really nice espresso machine. So I don't really deserve it. Not this year, anyway. I cannot believe I did so poorly. But I did. And there's no looking at it from any other direction than that. So far this year, for 2025, my grand total of profit or loss is a loss, and it shows that I have lost $546.32 this year in my gambling. So, don't gamble. Don't gamble. In the long run, it looks like I am losing, and that's not too cool. But, I like to stay positive. Let's also look at it from an overall view. Let's not forget the fact that if it wasn't for my gambling, I would not have been invited on this Panama Canal cruise. And this cruise cost $2,000 per person, with a minimum of 2 people, because they put you in a room like that, in a 2-person room. So it would have cost $4,000, and then they upgraded me, which would have been an additional $1,000 per person. So I got a $6,000 cruise for free, and that included endless meals, seeing the whole world, getting entertained, all kinds of fun activities, and a chance to use the fitness center as well, and lose a little weight. So a lot of benefits came out of this so far loss of $546. So if you think about it from a higher perspective, let's just say that this year I paid $546.32 to go on a fabulous cruise and see the world and eat well and have a good night's sleep. Let's just say, and not have to, I saved money on water. I didn't have to do linens or lawn or, clean towels. I didn't have, I had room service, and I had housekeeping. I had all these great things. Let's just say that all of those wonderful adventures only cost me $546.32 for the year. That kind of changes the perspective of things. And I was in that amazing balcony room that they upgraded me to. So if I say that, then, I don't have to feel so bad. And maybe I will get myself that espresso machine anyway. So here's to May 2025. Let's try to do better. But even if I'm not doing that much better, let's just keep having fun and remember the overall broader view of things. If things start to get real bad and I feel like it's not worth it, and that even a free cruise is just not worth how much I'm losing, then we'll need to rethink this. Maybe it's time to just stop gambling. But for now, I see a glimmer of hope, and we will continue in May. And of course, I'll make videos of everything like I've been doing, and all of these videos that all of these games that I've played this month in April, you can see them on my website or on my YouTube. So they're all there. It all really happened. Let's hope for a better month this month in May. And at the end of the month, I'll do another recap. And I look forward to seeing you then and having better news for you and better results. So see you then. Thanks.